Hey, what is up, my gold and silver precious metals collectors? This is Barn on 11970, and I thank you for watching my video. Alright, guys, I'm going to give you the reason pretty much why gold and silver and precious metals are dropping at the moment. And so many people will actually find this as a scary thing. I see it as just amazing because we're getting these discounted prices, and I know people say, oh, you're beating a dead horse, and it's been going on for a while. That's absolutely fine, but I'm going to read this, and then you'll see that this is just going to be a temporary thing. It may last a couple of days, may last a week, may even last a month, but it's not going to be permanent. So let's read this article. And of course, I will post the link. All right, the title is U.S. Gold Open. Nervous traders, again, like I always say, talking about emotion, willing to sell positions ahead of FOMC minutes. All right. Gold futures broke convincingly below the psychologically and technically important $1,600 level in the U.S. on Wednesday. The pressure remains firmly on the downside while traders sell into the release of the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, minutes later today. Gold for April delivery on the COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange was down $12 at 1592.20 per ounce. Trade ranged from 1588 to 1609.20. This is in quotes. The market is concerned about the release of the FOMC minutes from the January meeting, remembering that the last release sparked a sell-off of the metal after confidence in the Fed's commitment to quantitative easing took a knock due to some hawkish rhetoric being expressed in the minutes, end quote, Standard Bank said. In the minutes from the December FOMC meeting, released on January 3rd, several Fed members suggested that it might be appropriate to slow or stop purchases, QE3, well before the end of 2013, end quote, citing concerns about financial stability or the size of the balance sheet. The impact on gold was dramatic. Prices fell more than 3% over 2 sessions. But it may be that the more hawkish comments made during the December meeting were from regional Fed presidents such as James Bullard from St. Louis, rather than any of the main board members, Standard Bank speculated. This is again in quotes. Hence, we feel that the market may be a bit too much of these views. We have not heard any board members suggest the bond purchases might end soon and doubt that we will for some time, end quote, it said. And again in quotes, we maintain our view that the Fed will continue its current QE program until at least of the end of 2013, end quote. And then again in quotes, we doubt that today's minutes will reveal anything startling. Duh. Although we feel that the risk to gold and silver from today's release probably lies more to the downside given the market's ultra-sensitivity to hawkish remarks, end quote. Let's end it right there. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that the price is going down is because people are basing this on emotion, like I tell people not to do, and they are basing it on speculation. Now, I'm going to say this point blank. If you think that the Fed is going to stop its money printing, you are out of your mind. And if they did, the economy would collapse. One of the reasons why you see the stock market doing so well is because they are pumping so much money into the system. Hence the $85 billion a month. They are not stopping it. So the statement's saying to you that because 3 people said that they could stop it, it caused a sell-off. Eventually, that whole thing of saying something's going to happen that doesn't happen or won't happen is going to go away. And all those people that were emotionally selling these things are going to realize, boy, did I make a mistake? They're going to all start buying in again. So you are not going to see too much more of a dip. And it's based on speculation. It is based on emotion. So if you wanted a buying opportunity for gold and silver, you have it, because there are people basing this on the fact that they think that the Fed is going to stop money printing just because a couple of people suggested that it could happen. Well, you know, pigs could fly, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So if you haven't purchased any gold and silver, now is a perfect time to do it, because I don't see silver going below 28, and I don't see gold going lower than 1550. And once they see that the government is not stopping printing, and they may not realize it because the average person out there believes everything they hear and they base things on emotion and rumor, that we might have this for a little while longer. It's going to stay that way for maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe until the next FOMC meeting. But once they realize that people are crying wolf and they can speculate all they want, actions speak louder than words. So they may be fooled again for the second time and think, oh, well, somebody said that they could possibly stop money printing. That's not going to happen. If they stopped putting all of that money into the system, it would collapse within a month. There is no way in hell that's going to happen. So either way, prices will rise. If they stop, you can almost, if you want to have high prices in gold and silver, you almost want them to stop printing, because you will see how quickly the system will collapse. Because if they don't pump money into the system, where are we getting it from? All our wonderful exports? All our jobs that we supposedly create? Yeah, I'd love to see where that money's coming from, because we're supposedly in a recovery. I guess when you're flying around in a Lear jet and live in a mansion, and you have $100,000 plus paychecks, and that's the minimum people in government, yeah, I guess you could say it's a recovery. But if you're the average person on the street, where more than 40% of the people are on some kind of welfare program, yeah, that doesn't spell recovery for me. So the people that want to bash gold and silver, that's absolutely wonderful. You're seeing a dip right now. If they think it's going to crash, then they don't know what's going on in the system. So I want to appeal to this, to the people that are out there knowing how the system will work. They aren't taking that money away. So this whole dip all is based on speculation from a couple of people saying something that could potentially happen. And if the people out there, the investors, are stupid enough to panic and sell based on a speculation, a fool and his money is soon parted. So as far as I'm concerned, I haven't sold one silver or gold coin. So even though there's a dip right now, I haven't lost any money. But the best part for me is I bought my gold when it was about $700 an ounce. I'm not panicking. I also bought a lot of my silver under $25 an ounce. And I did buy plenty over it. So I'm not worried. I'm one of those people. As a matter of fact, I think I bought about 8 Silver Eagles when it hit near 50. That's not a lot if you think about it, but most people will say, oh, excuse me, you're almost cut in half. Well, I haven't sold anything yet. So what have I lost? I would love somebody to explain that to me, because I sure don't understand that. And if it goes up back to 50 again at some point in the next couple of years, well then, what have I lost? My silver is in a safe, locked up, waiting for the future. I'm not worried about right now. All this is saying to me is, if I see one more dip, I'm buying some more. I'm looking at it, if I see it get to 27 or 26, I'm definitely buying again. Right now, I'm just sitting there waiting to see what's going on, and I don't panic. Back when I first started this, and I didn't really know what I was talking about because I didn't have the experience as much, yeah, I based a lot on emotion. Not anymore. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your day. If you have not had the opportunity to buy any precious metals, now would be a good time. And like I said, guys, you're responsible for what you do and what you don't do. Don't base what you do on what somebody like myself or anyone else says. You draw your own conclusions. You're adults. At least I think you are. So, don't hold anybody else responsible for what you decide to do. Get advice from people. Get information. But be responsible for your choices. So if you are nervous and you think you need to sell your position, then by all means do so. If you think this is a good idea to buy right now, then you do so. But if you remember, guys, long term, I'm still here. I haven't changed my ideas. We'll see what happens in the future. Like I said, I'm thinking another between 2 and 5 years, you will look back and say, wow, why did I worry so much? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I can tell you this much, if you own physical gold and silver, you will never have to worry about it dropping to 0. Because right now, you see the silver's at 28, go on eBay, look up 1 ounce silver eagles, see how much they're selling for. They're selling between $38 and $40 a piece. So they're buying them about $10 over spot. So that should tell you what the physical will get. Thanks for watching. Peace!